might think I'm being a little hyperbolic with this, but I mean it genuinely. CRMs suck. And I've tried using like 7 different ones in the past few days, and none of them do what I want them to do. Now, all I'm trying to do is track the different stages that a customer is in the sales process at my company. I don't need a million different automations or different plugins or this and that different CRMs use. Now, I understand that at a certain level of sales or marketing within your company, you might need that kind of functionality, but at the moment I don't. And there's no way to get a nice, cheap CRM with a good UI. So I'm just going to build my own. And this is how. Okay, so to build our CRM, we're going to use Google Sheets. If you know me, you know that Google Sheets is probably one of my favorite softwares to use. It's super intuitive, it's just simple, and the amount of functionality and customization in it is really insane. Not to mention it's cloud-based, so as long as you have your login, you can access it anywhere in the world. So let's get started. And I'm going to start off by just listing out what information I need on the top row. Okay, so this is all the information that I really want to know about the leads that are coming in or that we're doing cold outreach to. And it's basically the company name, their first name, whoever it is that I'm reaching out to, their last name, an icebreaker, which is like the first line of a cold email, what deal stage we're in, when the last touch point was, the company website, the person's LinkedIn, and what I reference for their icebreaker. So now that we have this, I'm going to get rid of all of these other columns and I'm going to format these a little bit. Now I'm going to highlight everything and make it Montserrat. I'm going to center these. I'm going to highlight just those. I'm going to center it, make it bold, make them white, background black. I'm going to actually make these rows just a little bit bigger, or columns I mean. Highlight these again, and I'm going to add a little bit of separation. And let's make that white. There we go. That's perfect. So for the sake of this example, I'm just going to use Toro and myself as an example. And I'll just start filling that in. Okay, so now that I've filled that first row in, I'm going to delete all of these rows. And basically the way I did that was just highlighting all of them, right-clicking on any single one of them, highlighting one of them, and then just clicking delete row. And then we'll only be left with one. And the reason I do that is so that when we add another one for a new lead, it'll automatically format it just like the last one. That way we don't have an extra 1,000 or so rows that we really don't use. Also, it's ugly. This looks way better, in my opinion. So there's a reason I left these 3 blank. And the icebreaker, I just left it blank because of the nature of it. We only really touch that once we know what we're going to put in there. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. For deal stage, however, I want only specific things to go in there. And in order to do that, we're going to create a drop down to select from it. And then whoever the SDR, at the moment it's me doing all the sales, but an SDR, a sales rep, anyone, even a BDR can come in and just select the stage when they're using and filling out their own sheet. So here's how we do that. We're going to click on the cell, right click, view more cell options, and go to data validation. Once we're here, it'll give you a few different options. For example, you can select from a range, a list of items, a specific number, specific text, date, some sort of custom formula, or just a checkbox. What we're going to do is a list of items. Now we're going to come over here and type in the list of items and separate them by a comma. Okay, so these are the different options that I want to be able to select. We have new for a new deal, Loom for when we record a Loom for the outreach, T1, T2, T3, T4, T meaning touch point, demo meaning that they've booked in a demo, closed meaning that we booked a demo and closed them on a deal, no show means they didn't show up for the demo, follow up means we conducted a demo but we need to follow up with them, there was no decision made, and lost means that we lost the deal, it was a no. So now that that's in, this next step is fully optional and it's to show help text. Now I'm going to future pace and assume that in the near future, I'm going to hire sales reps, sales development reps, business development reps. I'm going to come in here and update with the help text. Click and select the latest deal stage is what I've selected for this. Now, all we have to do is click save, and you can see that there's a little box with a triangle in it. Now, all you have to do is click on it, and you'll be able to select all of these different ones. I want to go a step further just to make sure that every time someone comes in here and they touch something, they are reminded to update the deal stage. So what we're going to do is right click on it again, go to view more cell actions again, but this time instead of data validation, we're going to go to conditional formatting. And here, what we're going to do is right here, make sure that this is whatever column it is that you have these in. And we're going to do format cells if is empty. That means nothing's in there, of course. And if it's empty, we're going to make it red. Click done, and I guess it won't let you do just the column. So we're going to do E2 and see if it updates when we add another column in a minute. So we're going to click done, and now you can see that because this is empty, it's red. But once we update it, it goes back to new, or it goes back to being the same color as the rest of the sheets. Now for last touch, what I want in here is whatever day it is that that deal stage was updated. So all you have to do is click enter, today, click tab. I have no idea what they expect you to put into the parentheses here. So I'm just going to click tab again. And that'll give you today's date. And that's basically it. And that's how you can build a custom CRM in Google Sheets. Now, I'm going to test out this deal stage formatting really quick. Just by coming in here. The default number in here is 1,000. So I just basically deleted the 3 zeros, put in a 1, and that's it. So yes, it does actually update. And then one more time. Okay, yes. So this updates on its own, which is awesome. One more thing that I would do is to go down here, make sure that it's all the way empty. Call this sheet like template or something, and then right click it and just duplicate it, and then make this one like the actual thing. So I'll just call it Lou. That way I know that this is mine. And then this is, once again, kind of just future pacing, because let's say I hire an SDR or a sales rep or something, and mine is all the way filled out down to 500, 600, 700 leads, maybe even more. If I want to create them one, I have to duplicate mine, get rid of those. That can mess up some sort of formatting. So in order to just avoid any troubles and to look into the future a bit, all you have to do is, if someone else comes in, is go to the template, right click, click duplicate, and then just type their name in. Those are fine. And then they have their own that they can come in here and see their own thing. Okay, so that's it. That's how to build your own CRM in Google Sheets. And with what I just showed you, you can pretty much build anything in there. Now, I understand that in the future, we might need some automation or, some form of extra functionality. But for the time being, even if those things do come up, there's no reason I can't build that out myself with Zapier or similar software. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching and have a great day.